Why do you create art?
Okay, so I will have to say the reason why I create art is because at some point in my life there was a level of distress.
Yes.
And from that point on, I decided, well, you know what? Instead of falling through a path of kind of like, you know, not feeling good about myself, I was like, let me just focus on something else instead of going to a therapist or whatever. So I was like, let me just pick up some brushes, let me pick up some stuff. And I started doing art just to distract myself and keep myself focused on other things that I should have, you know, should be focused on. And, you know, one painting became two, you know, two became 10, and then all of a sudden I had 30 paintings.
Yes.
And I was like, you know, well, maybe, you know, maybe I should just put it out there and see what happens. And people started commenting, giving me good feedback, gave me some suggestions as to why don't you just go to one of these shows and see how people react to it. And that was 3 years ago, and here I am doing shows.
So you've only been doing this for 3 years?
3 years shows, but I've been painting for 5.
Okay. So I'm over here with Stefan. I saw his artwork here, and I love this Naruto stuff. It's very, very clean. And so I have a few questions. The first one I want to know is, why did you start creating art?
Why?
Yeah.
It was. You know what? It's funny to say that because all it took was for my favorite artist to be drawn the wrong way. For a comic book like an X-Men, somebody did Wolverine wrong, and I got upset as a kid. Went to my mother's table, grabbed the line paper, number 2 pencil, and I drew him the way that I wanted him done. And from there, I just kept going. But
why do you create art?
Art for me is a compulsion. It's a way of communicating, and like most artists, I think I've always drawn, I've always sketched. But the biggest difference for me was I didn't stop when other people did. So as I was growing older, I felt like art was a way to communicate and a way to express myself in a way that music couldn't, or in a way that other forms of communication, talking, storytelling couldn't. It's a way to kind of create out of nothing my own little world and share with others. And that to me was like a form of like a magic. So that is carried to this day, you know, that's why I create.
Why do you create art?
Actually, I just woke up one day and started drawing. I'd never taken a lesson in my life.
You say you woke up and you just went at it.
Well, it's when Dale Earnhardt, I was a NASCAR fan. And when Dale Earnhardt passed away, I drew him that weekend. I don't know, something inspired me to draw him. Well, that picture was really good. I still have the original picture.
That was your first art piece?
That was my first art piece, yeah.
Wow.
That's actually when he passed away, and it's like, oh, you need to develop this. And I enjoy drawing anyway. It soothes me. It's one of those things you do to relax. And I draw.
Why do I create? I don't know, it's just fun. I like drawing cool things. Okay, I'm cheap as hell. So when I'd see something when I was a kid, and I would be cheap, so I'd be, you know, I'd want to post or something, so I'd be like, I'll just draw it myself because that's way cheaper. And it kind of just continued like that until I got older and I got a little better. But I did quit for a while because I had a friend that was way too good at art. I got really discouraged. And I was supposed to be a nurse, but then I started drawing again just for fun, and it kind of snowballed into what it is today. So.